Okay, looks like it's running better now. Okay. This time I should be good to do this, I hope. Okay, so earlier I was streaming this, it was going well, and then I got pulled aside for something that took a couple hours. Then I had dinner. But I'm back at the end of the day to end off here. One second. Are the headphones working? Oh god, did my last stream not have any audio? Where? Really? Oh, crap, someone's got though. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that guy up there. Oh crap! Get down, you bastard. Those look better. Actually, yeah, that's right. If I sneak right here. Sadly, I don't think Enderal has enough of an overhaul to actually affect how these bushes affect sneak, but it feels cooler if you use them. Oh, okay, he's right there and he doesn't see me. Okay. Back to sword. Get dead, boy. There we go. Okay, and now that he's dead, I can safely see what this ore terminal place is about. Now that, to my knowledge, there are no more deadly bandits nearby wanting me dead. Blue quartz. Halt potion. Shock resist, I believe that was. Resisted shock resist or absorption. Either way, it's useful if I ever go up against an electric elemental. Pirate hideout. Heck yeah. Guess we're gonna fight some pirates quickly. And not to mention, one of my favorite things in Skyrim was was north of Solitude, the caved in, the place that was caved in with the boats. Though the quest associated wasn't the best because Skyrim side quests aren't that good, the dungeon itself was beautiful. I loved it. So I hope this dungeon has the same atmosphere in it. Yeah, there's lots of people. Okay, I got 3 enemies on me. 3 pirates. Or I guess they're called highwaymen, even though they are pirates. Undeniably stupid moves here. No, looks like the AI isn't best here either. They definitely made it better than base Skyrim, but still not that good.
No matter how many there are, Krogo's people will wipe them out. Straight and swift like the wind, yes. Gold we want and plenty of it. Huh?
Well, good to see that you just triggered your own trap.
That's all you got. Gonna have to read a book this stream since every part I wanted to do a book reading. Last time it was the prologue of the Butcher. I'm thinking I might go on to chapter 1 of the Butcher, which is pretty long, but whatever, you know? So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna do the book reading after this dungeon. Since apparently the books in this are actually really, really well written.
Wait, someone's there. Like the bite of all you got?
Oh crap, he pulled back out his bow. That's way more terrifying than this two-handed guy. Bows are like insane in this game.
Like the bite of a flea.
Oh crap. Especially because even when you get closer to the enemy, the bow still does just as much damage. Okay, let's see. I want to get focus on
And I also want to get back some... Okay, focus it. Take a bit more of his HP. Nope, dang it. Ah, crap. Okay. This place is not going to be easy, it seems.
No matter how many there are, Crocos.
Oh, crap, there was more than just her. Focus it. Okay, take the Blaze Skull, take the Lockpick, take the arrows. Oh, it's the archer guy.
What? That's all you got?
Okay. And that's why I hate archers. Even when you're close to them, they still do just as much damage. Got me right in the thigh. Crap. And I was so close to if I had just not hit her as early. Oh wait.
No matter how many there are, those people will wipe them out.
I have a plan this time.
Swift like the wind, yes. Go we want and plenty of it.
Trap isn't triggered. It goes down about there. Ha! Nice. That's actually really cool. I'm gonna save that. Okay. I actually like that. That was a very stealthy and smart kill, I'd say. I'm realizing I probably didn't... Oh, I got my arrow back. Never mind. I was gonna say, I don't think I maybe shouldn't have used an arrow to get that, but got the arrow back anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. But yeah, I don't want to use arrows for stuff like that. Stuff like that I want to just triple with my foot. You know, the way the trap is supposed to be triggered. Oh, crap, he's the archer. Okay. I gotta stay just under detected until he's close enough that I can get in close for melee on him. Crap! He's going all in. He's going ham on me. There he goes. There's the jump attack that you can take massive advantage of to get hidden. Okay. And he's down. I'm definitely not doing an archer build. I think arrows are a really good way to just single an enemy out and check if there are enemies near said enemy that you want to single out. See? Like, I wouldn't know that there was another enemy over there if I didn't hit her with an arrow there. Okay, so in this case, there's two people, so I want to try to single one of them out from the other. I also want to try to figure out what weapons they're using. I see it two-handed, and she seems to be one-handed. Okay. Okay. And also, like, all the enchanted necklace and enchanted ring that I currently have are both about sneak, so might as well take advantage of it. Even if I'm not gonna go with a sneak build, because luckily, unlike Skyrim, using a skill isn't how you increase it.
Just a scratch.
Oh, that was bad. That was bad. I should not have let him hit me there. Two-handed weapons are probably the least scary enemies, because, like, look at how long it takes him to wind up his swings. Like, once he's dedicated to a swing, he's pretty much immobile. What? Are you serious? I was about to back up after getting my swing in, but nah, apparently he activated. And kill cam got me. Dang. Okay, I'm gonna grab my loot on the way out since... Nah. Huh. Oh shoot, he's still alive. Let me keep my eye on him and where he goes. Because right over there is the two-handed guy, so I want to kill this guy.
Wait, someone's there.
Okay, so... Archers are the scariest. Actually, wait, no, archers might not be the scariest. I haven't, like, faced a mage yet. But so far, except for probably some types of mages, definitely gonna have some scary, magic users in this game. Other than the mages I haven't seemed to have encountered yet, archers are the scariest.
All you got?
I already know there are going to be some terrifying mages in this game. Since it seems that magic doesn't come to everyone based on your journals. And if magic truly doesn't come to everyone, then I'd expect the people that have as enemies are going to be insane.
You mean business, don't ya? All right then.
Get dead, boy. Sometimes that's the best way to deal with an archer, is just to get in close so that you don't accidentally have him draw his bow again. Oh! Mana. Okay, let's real quick go to memories. And see what we got. Okay, so currently I got this, I got focus and net of souls. You can make talismans from souls with the rank 1 at. Seeing as I don't know what that means yet, yeah, I'm gonna stick to light magic for the time being. Do I have another memory point? Oh, I do. I could go... Yep. Okay. And back to the real world. Oh, back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Okay. And net of souls. I still don't fully understand what this does. Apparently it's supposed to show me some souls or something that I can use in the other skill tree I'm doing, the one that's not light magic. But I don't see any souls, so... Okay, I can't use that. They got ransom potions.
just a scratch. Like the bite of
Okay, another
flame.
two-handed and archer duo that I need to take down.
All you got?
God, dude, he knows. He wants me to be in the sights of the archer. And that's why I'm trying to lure him down here, because down here the archer will need to move before they can hit me again. So give me a bit of time alone with him.
Damn you!
Maybe enough to get that. And he's down. Okay.
Scum. You'll pay. That.
Because archers make massive gains off of their allies being in combat.
What? That's all you've got?
Dude, she was doing the jump at me, but she jumped right onto that sword's blade. Like, she jumped onto the blade. That's cool. Okay, save, because I think I cleared out this first area of swords. That cleared. Let me make sure I get all the loot in case it doesn't have you backtrack to leave. I'm guessing farther in the cave there's definitely gonna be more pirates, but let's just get this first area cleared out of anything I could want before I head deeper in. Oh, sunk up. One of their ships is destroyed. That sucks for them. Also kinda sucks for whoever owned that ship that they stole it from, because yep, they ain't getting their ship back. Okay, up here. Okay, we got down here, that's water. Looks like just rocks. Okay, I think I've gotten most of what... Oh! That the entire cave, actually? Might have been the entire cave, actually. I might have finished off all the pirates. Yeah, looking like I might have defeated all the pirates already. Well, that's cool. Cleared out some pirates. Nice. Okay, well, that's actually a pretty nice cave. Short and sweet, you know. Let's continue onwards. Let's leave this cave and then go back to Jaspar about what Yarrow's journal said. Which is pretty much him questioning humans and losing his life to a undercity dweller. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go all the way back up there. Dang. Pretty far away to go meet Jaspar again, but it's cool. It's cool. Let's see. If I'm going that way, I want to follow this path, but the other way. Yep, so follow this path. Keep on heading up across a river and then along the coast. Nice, so I took down some pirates. Got some good gains. Still don't know what out of souls. Oh, I'm guessing this is where those two highwaymen came from that I killed. The two that didn't seem to be completely related to the mine tracks. Yep. It looks like I have a choice here. I could rather go up that way. Oh wait, no, I have to go straight. And then I have a choice. Up this way, then I get to split. And I'm gonna go the way I didn't go last time. Okay, from that way, I'm gonna go this way. Really, wolves? Yeah, they still want a piece of me. No, crap, that's not what I meant to do! Yeah, that's entirely on me, not gonna lie. I accidentally activated Net of Souls instead of... Activated Net of Souls instead of, Focus. I should always have Focus equipped. Actually, if we go down to Yarrow's house... No, I'll just take the path. I'll take the path. Because those wolves shouldn't have killed me. Also, do I have any debuffs yet? Oh, that's the in-game arcane fever thing. Okay. That's fine. The weird fever, that's built in. I don't think that's durable. Yeah. Looks like I don't have any, gained diseases or whatnot. Wait, let me think about this. If I'm going up to Yarrow, I should... Okay, so I could rather go and tell Jaspar about the letters. Or I could talk with Yo's friend, Alfred. I'm thinking I do Alfred, then Jaspar, just in case. Because talking to Jaspar might force me to go talk to his friend Alfred. Even though I have a feeling that those 3 letters have way more than Alfred could ever hope to tell us about him, but... Alfred will probably... might be required. Oh, there's a bandit camp over here. And it looks like a pretty, decent sized one, too. So they look like they're peaceful until you get too close. Yeah, I got too close to him. Okay. Nope. Too late to turn back now. I know exactly what I'm doing. Hey, wolves.
What? That's all you've got?
Oh, what? They're not gonna fight each other? The wolves are gonna focus on me entirely? Crap. I was really hoping I could get them caught up with you. Oh, I did. I did down there. Nice. I'm an evil bastard, I would say. Oh. You guys can make some nice leather armor, I dare say. Oh crap, he's still alive? I thought he would have definitely been killed by the wolves. I'm a genius. Nah, she should be around here somewhere, right? She died relatively close to the path, but the issue is this lush green grass is definitely obstructing her. Oh, I think I know what I just picked up. I'm pretty sure I just picked up wolf claws. which is an alchemical.
Just a scratch. Damn you!
Wait, I just realized Alfred lives here. If I go down to Yarrow's house, I could probably... Yeah, actually, I should probably go down to Yarrow's house to get there. Also, the bandit camp I just killed all of the residents of and lost one of the bodies. Very sad I lost that one body. They might have had some good stuff on them, but now that I've killed the bandits here by getting a bit too close and pissing them off. That's what they had. I also definitely need to get to that town where Alfred is from. I believe I'm pretty sure it's called Rivervile. So let me check the map real quick. Oh, doesn't even tell me the name of the town, huh? Weird. But okay, so I'm gonna have to get to that town, which is somewhat near Yarrow's house. I remember seeing another house like literally down here. Yep, there's another house right there. And this house definitely means I'm getting closer to civilization. Yeah, definitely gonna be, I think the town, yeah, Alfred I'm pretty sure lives in the town, so I need to find a way over there without getting mauled to death by these little things. Yeah, let's go. Dead. Nice. Take their stuff and continue towards town so I can sell my inventory because oh, my carry weight's actually not that bad, but it's getting to the point where it could be bad, so and I need to talk to Alfred anyway, who I'm pretty sure is in a town, so it's both getting to Alfred and also getting to a place where I can most likely sell stuff. Yep, I see a town icon. I also see a bandit camp out icon, but I'm down here on the coast. Bandit camp's up there on mainland, so I might not be able to take that on. Weird thing is I don't see many signs of the town. I had a feeling I'd probably see like really good signs of this town here. Oh, that was my wolf companion. Oh, there's the town. Let me go back to memories real quick. can summon the apparition bound to your equipped amulet. If it dies or leaves the reality due to other reasons, you are getting arcane fever, proportional to the health the apparition lost since it was summoned. Depending on your class of the apparition, the increase your fever can be higher than the values. Thought I had soul points, don't I? What the heck is Phasmalist? Is this the Phasmal? So, light, dark magic don't combine into one? Shoot. I was kind of banking on the fact that it does. Dang, I really thought that would be an affinity. Apparently not, so light and dark magic do not go together to make a affinity, dual class. Dang. Rivervile, here we are. With these weird things.
Hey, you there! Yes, you! Do you want to know a secret?
What do
Well,
you
I
mean?
found something. Something really, really awesome. But I need help from somebody as tall and strong as you. How about it? I show you what I mean, and you promise to help me in return. What do you say?
Alright, I'll help you. Show me the secret.
Awesome! I knew you'd say yes. Come, follow me.
No, this is right. Just came from kid. Yeah, so the game seems to have expected you to enter town from the main entrance on the side. Heyo, welcome to the chat, crazy old uncle. I'm playing some Enderal, gonna cool off. I did it earlier, but kind of got pulled aside.
Look,
Like 30 minutes
I
in.
found this yesterday when I was searching for shells. Awesome, isn't it?
Well, it's a casket.
Yes, and you know what? If you shake it, you can hear a rattling, as if there are coins in it. All we
Some
need
money.
to do is break it open, then we can split the loot. And I could give Daddy the money for the pointy beard man. So what do you think? I've already tried to open it, but it just won't budge.
Pointy beard man?
Yeah, that man from the big city who always comes after a moon turn. He wants money from the farmers. Daddy says he works for this Shanker board or something like that.
Ah, the landlord.
Yeah, I think so. He always tries to make us think everything is okay, but I'm not stupid. And maybe there are enough pennies in this box for Daddy to pay the pointy beard man. Who knows?
Okay, let me have a try at that.
Sure.
Okay, so if that washed up on shore, which I'm assuming it did, then maybe something else on shore could be the key. Ah, no, this is just a divot. Thought might be a cave. Okay, so that washed up on shore. River goes outwards. Waves come inwards up here. And then go back on out. So the question is, where's the key?
Yes.
Oh,
Awesome.
that actually
See
worked.
what's in there.
Oh. Crap, get the heck out of here, boy. What you think you're doing? I'm about to make money, and you're gonna fight me? Oh, where'd the kid go? I think the kid got scared away by the dang river crab that attacked me. Actually, let me get some health back there. Okay, so I think the kid is supposed to still be over here, but he seems to have run off in this direction. I'm assuming I still have the quest, right? Yeah, can am I able to? Pressing E and I'm not getting anything. I'll find the use for the key in your strong packs. I'm pressing E, but it's not working. Oh, I need to find a bed to rest. Well, I'm near town. I'm probably find a bed here. Because I'm guessing the quest glitched out a bit when the kid ran off. Don't think he was supposed to do that yet. I think he did that a small bit early. No, there's a guard. Okay, they don't seem to be suspicious of this guy coming in town who they've never seen before. That's good. Okay, now up here. Up to the town square. Ark is out that way. Oh! So is the guy I needed to talk to. Heck yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Are you okay, madame?
Oh. Oh. I sense vibrations. Horrible, bad vibrations. Oh, yes, I feel them very strongly.
Bad vibrations?
Oh, yes. Something peculiar surrounds you. Your aura. Oh. Oh, by Malphus, no!
What about it?
It is indigo blue, the color of the dying. It must be a magical anomaly, but still, that doesn't bode well. But you're lucky. The stars are on your side. I, just like you, find myself in deep trouble. And maybe we can help each other.
How could you help me?
I have a special object in stock. A skull. According to the legends, it comes from the midst of the Kiran Desert, and us Arcanists refer to it as the Master Skull. It is a risky
Sketchy.
experiment, but at midnight, if you balance the skull on your head for 1 full hour, it might help to reharmonize your aura. Maybe.
Look, if you want me to help you, I want something useful in return, not some skull.
Oh, such distrust in the cosmic powers. Well, a horse can only be led to the water. The drinking has to be done by the horse itself. If it's coin you're after, you shall have it. A couple of days ago, something precious was stolen from me. My beauty potion. And until yesterday, I was in the dark as to who took it. A vision has shed light onto the matter. It was an aura thief.
Did you say your beauty potion?
Yes! Its essence is fresh water directly from the sources of Inodan. A real rarity, you see. But it is as potent as it is exquisite. To those who drink it regularly, the potion grants both an otherworldly allure, as well as it completely stops natural aging.
Okay, I just had to make sure that my microphone, because for some reason on Streamlabs, it says that it's linked to my headset.
And before you ask, yes, only through the elixir was I able to maintain my youthful beauty over all these years.
An aura thief. Could you help me know exactly what that is?
Yes, old beings from past times, way before the Pyreans. For common eyes, they are invisible, but we, spiritually gifted, can see them. Aura thieves only have one reason for existence, and that is to disrupt harmony by playing horrible pranks on innocent people, such as the theft of my potion.
Sounds like a yokai. I'm gonna play along with her because if she is correct about this aura thief, then heck, the bouncing skull thing might be true too. I see.
No, you don't. But how could you?
Alright, I will see if I could find your potion. Any ideas where I should start the search?
I have a suspicion. Yesterday, when I danced at the river, I heard a voice out of nowhere whispering right into my ear, and it only said 6 words. Find me in the Clearwater Cave. I'm sure it was the potion who spoke to me, but I'm too old to go exploring old caves like this one on my own, which is sad since said cave is only a few minutes' march from the village. It's an abandoned mine just up the hill that leads to the pass. Go there and find my potion, and I will reward you most generously.
Okay, let's talk to Alfred, get a room, go to bed.
Who are you?
Just a traveler. You are Alfred, right? The childhood friend of a man named Yarrow?
Yarrow. This is about his death, isn't it? The rampage.
You've heard about it. Don't know how I wouldn't have.
Of course, who hasn't? Yarrow was one of us, after all. It is terrible. Simply terrible. You want to hear an old man's opinion, though? I always expected that something like this would happen. Malthus, forgive me for talking about a keeper like that, but it's the truth.
You mean you saw it coming? How exactly?
Hard to explain, really. Come on, let's find somewhere to sit. It'll be easier to talk that way.
Oh, there's a bench right here. Convenient. Ah, beautiful mountain in the background.
Well, Yarrow. That's quite a subject, you know. You were right when you said we were best friends. Our fathers knew each other. For as long as I can remember, Yarrow and I were getting into trouble together. At least, until his mother died.
Not of old age, I assume.
No. Bandits killed her in broad daylight on Penny Road. Today these incidents are common, but not back then. The road was considered safe. Very safe. She was on her way to Ark, accompanied by 3 other women, and they were set upon at the pass. None of them survived. Yarrow was shattered. I think the worst part was how his father went downhill after his wife's death. The fishery decayed, and the poor guy filled his days with boozing and sleeping. It changed Yarrow forever.
How exactly?
Well, that's a good question. On the one hand, he became a man, despite his tender age. On the other hand, something inside him woke up, so to speak, a desire to make more of his life. Old Mother Jenica noticed it and took him under her wing. He learned how to read and write, and soon he knew all the holy verses by heart. When he didn't have to help his drunken father, he helped in the village as much as he could.
He transformed his grief into productivity. Sounds like a rather positive development.
Indeed, that's one way to look at it. It wasn't long before he was the jewel of the village, the striving young fisherman destined for great things, even though he was only on the path of a manufacturer. And then the inevitable happened. A keeper of the order came to Riverville to see the prodigy with his own eyes. And behold, in addition to Yarrow's ingenuity, he also had a slumbering magical talent. The keeper took him away, and a few months later, he started his novitiate. Since then, I've only seen him once or twice, as he rarely visited Riverville. I don't think he ever noticed how much that hurt me.
Dang, that's kind of stinks. They had a really good man and then the church took them away. So what did you mean by, I always suspected that something like this would happen?
Oh, it's hard to explain. I believe it was the way he was talking about his grand plans. How he wanted to make the world a better place, to become the greatest keeper since Lorem Waterblade. Underneath all this there was an anger. An anger mixed with deep grief and disappointment. I don't think he was aware of it because he drew all his strength from that anger. The strength to do all this, to learn and to work day and night, but it frightened me like the Blue Death. It slumbers inside the pathless mage who believes he can master magic without the Order's help. At first, it grants power, but then, one day, it bursts out in an unholy wave of destruction, turning him into one of the monsters in the old songs. Anyway, I'm just an old man. What do I know about these matters? Now let me go to sleep. All these memories are making me weary.
Alright. Thanks for your help.
Yes, of course.
Okay, I think I got everything for Jaspar now. All I need now is the inn. That's Alfred's house. That's not a path upwards. I believe there should most likely be an inn here. I don't see why there wouldn't. The pathless one, Regic is wanted. Sure. I'll take a bounty, I guess I can do. Secure chest. Okay. So, this is where you store all your stuff that you don't want to have on you. Pretty much, I'm just gonna put the stuff that I want to keep. I'm gonna keep one of these, Badge of the Apothecary. Other than that, most of this I could sell. Yeah. I'm gonna keep some blue quartz. Get my hands on my skulls. I think it's cool to keep remains of your victims. Mayor's house. That's definitely a church. There's no question about it. That's the church. Ah, that's a beauty potion lady. That's Alfred's house again. Maybe this town doesn't have an inn. Door is boarded. Perhaps there's another way to get into this house. No, I'm gonna go to sleep first. I need to find an inn first. Stables. That's a good sign. Probably something valuable in that house, I'd say.
A foreigner, huh? What a surprise.
The Drunken Bee. That sounds like a... That's actually a pretty good bar name, I dare say.
A game. Come on, take a seat. Please, sit down.
Interested.
Please, sit down.
I actually took a seat for this guy.
Well, that's just how he is.
Shame they passed away, and newly they were born. Instead of feeling humble,
What can I do for
they
you?
laughed with scorn. Their downfall started over, their lives became depraved.
Put me for a room. Anything available?
Aye, there is. It may not be the palace of the Golden Queen, but it is comfy, lice-free, and affordable. What do you say?
Sure.
Wonderful. I'll open up the room.
I have enough money.
Sleep soundly.
Crouching in the dark, striving to lay waste to any living spark. Their
this one?
bodies are decaying, their minds are full of hate.
Alright, let me just do this real quick and I'll get up at 8 a.m. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
They're hoping for a holy sword.
Okay, if it's doing it, I'm not gonna take it.
Their life was corrupted with depravity.
Huh? What do you want?
Hello.
Where do the songs you sing come from?
It depends. Some of them are ancient Enderalian traditions. Some have been written by famous bards, and some of them I've collected through my journeys. What would you like to hear?
You see the... Ooh, the Song of the Wayward Wanderer. Sounds like me.
Sure.
Our ancient world seemed newborn in his eyes. No place could keep him. He yearned for the skies. He abandoned the way that mouth
A foreigner, huh? Well, you've chosen a strange time to visit this country.
and he strayed
Malfast's blessings.
as a wayward wanderer, despising the path that was meant just for him. Yet the dreams that he sought in the deep red afterglow were as distant as ever before.
So that's what he wanted me to do. He wanted me to sit and then interact with the table.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually really well modeled. Yeah, the Wayward Wanderer song is quite literally about the player. It's like, the world was new in his eyes.
Walk blessed, my child. How may I help you?
Could you explain why you're out there? Whatever. Okay.
Monsieur?
So, before I go to visit Jaspar, let's, see what's up with this house. Yep. Fragment left horn? Find the lost fragments. So there's 9 of those, huh? Oh. What is that red thing? Is that like a cushion or? This place has some. I think longbow's an upgrade from brittle. Let me see. Actually, is it? 4, 6. Yep. That's Q. Q is favorites. Okay. Oh, if I went in here. Could have used this place to sleep, but nah. Okay. Let's crawl out, I guess. Could have slept in there for free. Yeah, I also accidentally activated focus there, but whatever. Okay, let me go back to the beach. See if that boy's back.
Do you know?
I wish I'd talk to named NPCs.
In the old days.
There are. Oh, come on. What is that?
What is
There
it?
aren't any pennies, only these weird nails and a piece of paper. Here, take a look for yourself.
Okay. Oh, just put the old note straight into my inventory. Day and night it stands there, sublime, proud, full of power, giving blessings in times of need, on our path until we die.
So, does it say anything?
Looks like some kind of poem to me. I'm not sure.
A poem? What if it's a riddle? That's what you grown-ups call it, don't you? What does it say exactly?
Read out the first verse for the kid.
A blessing in distress? That... Oh, sugar, why do you grown-ups always have to talk so complicated? That is... Wait. Father Vildus the priest, he always talks about blessings at the sermons. Maybe the writer is talking about the shrine, the one behind our house. Quickly, you should go take a look over there. I have to go back to the farm to feed the Leors, but tell me at once if you find anything.
No quest helper. I'm guessing this is his house. And that might be the shrine he speaks of. Is there a path up there, or do I just need to climb on up on my own? Looking like it's gotta be a climb up on my own. There's gotta be a path up there.
A foreigner, huh? What a surprise.
Oh, it's that guy. He looks unbelievably drunk. No. I don't think that's the reward. Oh. This could definitely be the shrine he speaks of.
Walk blessed, my child. How may I help you?
I'm an outlander. Could you explain to me what the path really is?
Haha, what it is? Now that's quite the question you're asking there. But fine, why not? The path is two things. For one, it is the name of holy writing that encompasses both the revelation of the Lightborn after the fall of the Eterna King Azataron, and the journey of the first vassals to Enderal, who founded this country under Malphas's guidance. It also tells us the virtue of the path, the ideals by which every Endralean should live, which is the only way to salvation. Secondly, it is the holy calling of each Endralean citizen.
I see. Thank you for the your explanations.
You are welcome, child. Walk blessed.
Is this the shrine the kids spoke of? Oh. At the beginning of the current, a big stone with a raised bleak tree in the west. Is that west? 1 second. Is that west? Oh crap, there's a whole mini map for Ark here. Dang. Ark must be huge. Also, wow, this map is actually beautiful.
It's always the same with these novices.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it's that stone. Also, what's that marking? Oh, Jasper moved over there. There's also a thing up there for that's apparently where I can get Solat. So Jasper seems to have moved over to Hero's house. Yeah, that stone. It's gotta be. Talked about a big stone in the west. That was west of that shrine, so. Is there anything about this stone that I can do? If I don't find anything, I could always go back and read the, 1 second, let me check again. Because I think I got where the stone is, but what else does it say other than about the being stone? At the beginning of the current... At the beginning of the current. So... westwards... Oh! So this spot. Sorry, this spot or that. I'm looking for a stone and a tree. Yeah, I don't see anything yet. Oh. start of the current could also mean out there. Well, either way, making myself towards Jaspar, which is good. See, I'm gonna go out there and see what's up with that. Because that is a stone. And a current. Oh, dude, the ocean floor actually looks like it's detailed. Too bad there's no Argonian race that has water breathing in this game. Either way, let's see what we got here. We got big rock with some trees. I'm assuming it's talking about these islands out here, because I don't see what else it could be. Oh. Oh, crap. Well, I found the treasure, but I also found trouble with some crabs. Jeez, crap. Oh my, he's got a... I don't even feel cheap doing this. This crab is too big, man. What the heck? His reach is insane. Is this crab a boss? Thank God he doesn't hit harder than a crab should, but like... Nope, I found the treasure. Okay. Now, let's see what we got. You've got to be kidding me. That was the treasure. Oh. Find the next mysterious place. So this isn't it? Huh, that's odd. I really thought that was it. Also seems to be a cave on this island. But I really don't want to get too sidetracked right now, so... Probably gonna have to pass on that cave for the time being. Yeah, I don't think this is it. Oh, I can see that castle where I fought that dang creature at. For some woman's rabbit. One of the first things I ever did on in this game. That's cool. Yeah, there's a boat out here and everything. I'm not going in. That I'll do later. I don't want to get too sidetracked. Either way, upwards is Jaspar, who I can tell both of the pieces of information to continue the main story, and then I'm probably going to go up and see why the Net of Souls quest is telling me to go up there. I would think souls could be found anywhere, but apparently maybe not. Yarrow's Cellar. How I didn't see this when I first came here, who knows? Apparently Yarrow's Cellar is trapped.
why Yarrow needed to trap his cellar, I'm not gonna question it. It looks like Yarrow was into some... Yeah, it's looking like Yarrow was into some stuff that the church probably would not approve of. As that table right there, I'm pretty sure is dark magic, which is in most cases not something the church likes.
Blazes. Sorry. I know. I can't sing. Now a good pipe. Well, if it isn't my new friend. Any luck?
What about you? Did you find anything besides this weirdly trapped cellar?
I did, yeah. Some kind of closed-off room down the hallway here. Just give me some time to figure out how to get it open.
Ah, that's definitely a key. I had a chat with Alfred. He seemed to think that...
Well, that's interesting. Good work. That only leaves the mysterious object in the water. I'll have a closer look around here in the meantime.
I also found the mysterious thing he threw into the water.
Interesting. I didn't know about his companion's fate, to be honest. Irony of fate, isn't it? Murdered by those you wanted to help. But the Order will definitely be interested in these letters. Well done. That should be all we need then. Splendid.
What about you?
I did, and now I finally know what to make of it. Come, follow me.
Okay, so he's figured out what to make of this strange entrance. I'm guessing that's what the key is for, most likely. It would make the most sense. Yarrow, what kind of creepy crap were you into, my man?
I present a Star People's lock. And I bet my buttocks will find another answer behind that door over there.
Star People's Lock? I've never heard of that before.
Doesn't surprise me. This kind of lock is usually only found in treasuries or castles. But they can be picked, though that's going to be quite the challenge without the bolts.
You need bolts to open them?
Normally, yeah. It's quite simple, actually. Every keyhole has a matching bolt that latches into place once you insert it. And once all the keyholes, 5 in our case, are latched, the door the lock protects opens up. If you don't have the matching bolts, however, you should prepare yourself for the most frustrating break-in of your life. That is, if you don't happen to be Jaspar, who knows a little trick.
What kind of trick?
You can use wooden sticks instead of bolts. They'll break a couple of seconds after you put them inside the lock, but if you manage to get all 5 sticks into place before the first one breaks, you can basically trick the mechanism. It's all about speed, in other words. So I'd say you do the running, and I'll wait near the pressure plate. You ready?
Alright then. Let's do this.
Splendid. Here are the sticks. Alright, go!
Oh, this is the sprinting tutorial. Well, first let me scout out to find where all the holes are. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I've got an idea.
Brilliant. I'm really good at this. Now let's take a look and see what the old Magister didn't want anyone to see, shall we?
Don't know how tight that timing is, but I got it, so that's good.
Oh, shit!
Oh, crap, if it's like Skyrim. Yep, it is like Skyrim.
Ugh. A fire elemental. Not a weak one. This Yarrow knew about magic, that's for sure. That leaves us with the question of what exactly this is supposed to be.
Looks like a corpse, but whose? Oh no.
I suppose that's his companion. Though it's interesting that he was already on the wrong side of the law way before his rampage.
He was on the wrong side of the law. Why? Well, he did kind of take a body.
Well, burials are considered heathen here in Enderal, and have been forbidden for about 300 years now. Here, corpses are always cremated. The whole thing's called the Last Journey. The deceased is taken to a place he or she considered special during his or her life, immediately after dying. That's the only way the soul can move on to the eternal paths. Sounds very poetic, but I'm pretty sure the only reason the Order introduced the law was to prevent plagues. Plus, they might have noticed that too many lost ones running around on trade routes aren't that much fun for wanderers and traveling merchants.
So burying someone like that is considered a crime.
Yeah, but of course that only goes for the little man. The rich and powerful still tend to their family crypts, and there are still plenty of old vaults around from the time before this whole last journey thing was begun. And it's good that way. What would life as a treasure hunter be like without the notorious noble looking for family jewels in a century-old grave?
So what now?
Let's take a look around and see if we find anything.
Fire supplies.
Beloved Sira, this is my last letter. In it, I ask for forgiveness, for it was I who murdered you. No, of course, it wasn't me who held the knife, but it was me who infected you with my fallacy. The fallacy that the world wants to be saved. It doesn't. Yes, Sira, there's still a part of me who refuses to believe these words, even as I write them. But just one look is enough to prove me a fool. We have so much, yet we are never content. We could make peace, yet we choose war. We embrace hatred over love. And no, Sira, there is no hope, no silver lining, no matter how much we try to tell ourselves the opposite. Mankind is at its end. It has been since some mad god created it for his amusement. A Quiranian philosopher once said that there comes a time in our lives when we make a choice to live virtuously, yet in austerity, or ignobly, yet in pleasure. The philosopher called this second choice choosing the void, because this is what lurks behind its pretty face. Do you see it now, Sira? The bitter truth? They all chose the void, all but us. We who dreamed of something bigger. We who were willing to make a sacrifice for the greater good. Just imagine what we could have done if we hadn't been alone. But we were alone from the very beginning. And no, Sira, these words do not come easy. You of all people should know that. I wanted to believe there was hope. I wanted to believe that all one has to do was remain strong, but look where our idealism brought us. Here I am, in front of your dead body, murdered by those you wanted to help. We should have fled to a faraway isle to grow old together, but we didn't. And why? because I corrupted you with my delusions. I, too, will go, Zira. I don't think there is life after death, and I do not care. But before I make my exit, I will give this world what it deserves. Do you remember? They all chose the void. They shall have it.
That's messed up. That's like
What's that? Let me see. Uh-huh. A tragic
Anakin.
ending for a tragic personality, I'd say. Well, I think that should suffice.
So what's next? Are we going to Ark?
Yeah, we are. Here, I've got 2 teleport scrolls that can take us right back to Riverville. Just meet me in the tavern once you're ready to go. I have some stuff to take care of, so there's no need to hurry. Farewell.
Teleport scrolls, okay. So to balance out fast travel, they made you need an item. I like it. Where's my teleport scroll? Even if I don't plan to use these, I want to try it. I want to try it. Nice.
There's still merit in culling them. Their meat, their tusks, and their fur.
All can be sold for profit to merchants. Now, where's that priest? I remember I had a choice to have him heal me. And, well,
How am I supposed to pay them?
looking at my health, I could definitely go for that right now. Okay, so I want to get back there, and I also want to go to the inn to meet Jaspar. Those are my 2 current quests.
Hello.
Oh, he's not here today. Said take instead of steal. And if I lose favor with Malthus, if Malthus is real in this game, you know, so be it. I'm sure I'll find a way to make it up to the gods of this game if they do exist in this world.
How about that? Another traveler. I thought I was the only one still traveling these lands.
Walk blessed, my child. How may I help you?
I'm hurt. Could you heal me?
Let me see. Yes, that is no injury light magic couldn't heal. Malthus bless this body, rid it of its afflictions and endow it with life, path abidingness and new strength. May your light guide this soul.
I'm new to this area. Do you happen to have any tips for me?
Tips. Just be wary of your outside city walls. I guess you've noticed as much already, but this country has seen better days.
You're a hunter, right? How is the situation in the wilderness?
Don't ask. The wolves act as if they've been cursed, attacking anything and anyone on sight, and killing game they don't even eat afterwards. This must be the red madness everyone's talking about. Oh, blazes. Where's this supposed to lead? Farewell.
Walk blessed. Hey, wait a minute, you... Never mind.
What is it?
Oh, you're an Eterna, aren't you? Your ears, they look different.
My mother does, yes. I grew up on Narim, though.
On Narim? But that must have been horrible. I heard that Eterna don't have any rights on Narim and are treated like animals.
That's about right. I'm afraid the Naramis blame the Eterna for about anything, even if the sun doesn't shine.
Huh, I see. That's so unfair. I'm glad it's different here on Enderal. You know, once this chaos in the world is over, I want to go travel myself. Who knows? Maybe a captain will hire me as a deckhand. Anyway, thanks for your time. Walk blessed.
You too. Very kind person here.
Greetings.
Can I see your book?
Yes, of
How
course.
am I supposed to pay that much? Bloody cutthroats.
No, she's not selling the dang skull. I don't see anything.
Farewell.
Oh wait,
Walk blessed.
forgot to check scrolls.
Yes, of course.
Nope, no teleport scrolls.
Malthus bless your travels.
Uh-huh.
Are your wares for sale?
No, I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
I don't think I want to buy from this guy. Yes.
Walk blessed.
Have you heard? Narim has been united again. But their leader must be a monster. They say he's crucifying priests and burning down temples. I'm not surprised that the gods have turned their backs on them.
Oh, it's the hunter guy.
Farewell.
Well, let me see what's going on in the town before I talk to Jaspar and leave.
You're not from Riverville, are you? What do you want?
I've heard your wife is sick.
Is that so? What does that have to do with yourself?
I might be able to help for a price. Why so distrustful? Maybe I could help you.
How noble of you. But how do I know you're not a quack? I know nothing about you.
Look, I really do know a thing or two about magic, and maybe I could help your wife.
All right then. I suppose it can't get any worse than it already is. Come, let's go upstairs.
You see, this is what you get when you talk to named NPCs. You get cool side quests that you might have missed otherwise. Even if this guy is walking slow as heck. Even when I'm holding shift to go to walking speed, I'm still moving faster than him.
Take a seat. Well then, let's keep this short. For 3 moons now, Matilda has been hearing voices. Sometimes during the day, sometimes at night. There is no pattern. According to what she told me when she was still lucid, the voices seem to come from the sea. And it's a mixture of pleading, screams, and weeping.
She's hallucinating.
Maybe so. Or maybe it is some kind of a ghost, or a magical anomaly. Only Malthus knows.
Since the night she first heard the voices, however, her health has been worsening. At first she lost her appetite. Then she started vomiting. To make things even worse, she now has a fever that gets more dire by the minute. Father Vildus is clueless, and even the two apothecarius, who quickly passed through the village, said they don't know what's wrong with her. She has even stopped recognizing me lately, and talking to her has become impossible. I don't want to lie, stranger. I just don't know what to do anymore. If it keeps going like this, Matilda will not see the turn of the year.
And only she can hear these voices, correct?
Yes, and the times when she hears them are her only waking moments. She then starts screaming, on, flailing around as if the Black Guardian stood before her. It's horrible to see her like that. My brother Meldor is a traveling arcanist, and has already examined the house for magical anomalies, all to no avail. Whatever causes these voices, it only affects her.
I'm really sorry. And do these voices say anything?
No. According to what she said to me when she was still lucid, they are just a babble of voices, and a horrible one at that.
You don't have the slightest idea as to where this came from?
No, not in the least. You know, Matilda is such a good person. If it is a ghost that has possessed her, then it must be a cruel one who only wants to see her in pain. And if it's a disease, that Malthus shall be damned for making her suffer like this. I'm sorry. I should not have said that.
It's fine. I will see if I can find out what's causing this. Do you have any idea where to start?
You. Maybe it helps if you were there for one of these seizures. I don't feel comfortable about it, but if it could help, we have to give it a try.
That might be a good idea. How should we go about that?
Just come back in a few hours' time. It hasn't been too long since she had the last one. Give me a moment with her until then, all right? My brother Meldor will let you in once it's time.
Oh, time skip.
Ah, hello. You're the visitor Dugar told me about, right? The Outlander?
I am, yes. Are we ready?
Well, as ready as we can be. As Dugar probably told you, the seizures happen arbitrarily, but more often around this time. Come, follow me. While I do appreciate your endeavours, I'm a little sceptical as to what good it will do. Whatever is wrong with Matilda is not ordinary. But I suppose some chance is better than none, isn't it? You have a visitor, Dugar.
Thank you, Meldor. And thank you for not changing your mind. It could happen any minute now. Just take a seat and wait. And I warn you, this is not going to be pleasant. Oh, Matilda.
No, please. No.
Oh, and here we go.
They are coming. They are coming back. No, 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 please don't. There's no other way.
Bentas.
So?
I think I heard something.
You mean you heard the voices? What are you? Some kind of medium?
Had these vision. It's hard to explain. Does Pentas mean anything to you?
Pentas? I don't know, but...
That was the fisherman, don't you remember? The one who collaborated with the brigands and was killed when he tried to resist the arrest.
Ah, yes, of course. And his companion drowned herself afterwards. Poor thing. But I don't understand. What, by the righteous path, does that have to do with Matilda's sickness?
I don't know, but something tells me that we should follow this lead.
Something tells you this, I see. If the circumstances were any different, I would take you for a quack, trying to win my favor. But you seem honest, and I shouldn't leave anything untested. Meldor, where was that fisherman's house again?
I have a map.
The one by Yarrow's house?
Then give it to him.
Of course, brother.
If Pentus really has anything to do with this, you should take a look at his old house. It should be abandoned. And now excuse me, both of you. I need some time for myself.
The house near Yarrow is what I'm guessing.
Here, this is the map. His house isn't far from the village, but you should be careful nonetheless. I don't need to tell you that the animals have grown savage recently. This red madness, or whatever they call it.
What happened to this Pentus? You said you're an arcanist, right? So are you part of of this holy order they speak of?
This holy order? By the gods, you really do have Outlander written all over your face. But no, I am not. I have, as all the magically gifted have, passed the walk to the water, but I didn't qualify to become a keeper or a magister. And to be honest, I didn't want to either.
So you're neither a wild mage nor a keeper. What does that make you?
A free arcanist, as are many others. But with all due respect, I think we should save the talk for later. Matilda's condition gets worse by the minute.
Good point. We can speak later, I guess. Okay, so I don't think he gave me a key. Yeah, no key, but shouldn't be too bad. I could probably find a key at the house, I'm assuming. And let me put some more stuff away. Otherwise, I'm not eating those.
Turnips come soon.
And I'm not eating the wolf claw. I know what it does. I'm not gonna do that in the middle of town. I could very easily get myself killed doing that. Okay, and planning on ending off here, so I read the premise. Let's read chapter 1. It was a dull, cold, and wet morning that would change my life forever. Yes, somehow it almost seemed as if that day Mother Nature, as a response to the festivities of the preceding night, had decided to recover herself with a dreamy, nondescript day. The reason for the aforementioned festivities had been the so-called Star Summer Night, which every year marks the beginning of a new spring, and in which the night sky is limited by dozens of wild, untamed starfires. While the common people, however, use the occasion to indulge their mundane cravings, whether it be drinking in smoky taverns, dancing around the first delve of spade, or having cultivated conversations at a masked ball. For us clerics, it means nothing but a night filled with processions, sermons, and prayer. After briefly attending the joyous speech of the mayor and giving my priestly blessing to the commencement of the festivities, I silently retreated into the temple and prayed until both my knees and tongue were sore. Just like the holy vessels oblige every priest to do. It was of no significance whether the cleric was the high priest or, as was the case with me, merely a simple, insignificant father in the even simpler and more insignificant village. Mine was called Fogville, and was situated on a constantly windy, sparsely vegetated cliff at the very west of Enderal. It owed its name to who would have guessed the pale, thin wafts of mist which every morning descended on the village's countenance like a morning veil over the face of an old window. I still remember this last gaze wander, which I threw upon the poor houses at the bottom of the hill. The village's temple was enthroned upon, after the dissonant orchestration of lute music, animated laughter, and popping of corks. An almost eerie silence had laid itself upon the village. Only here and there a lonesome figure could be seen and heard moving through the cold mist, and even the bakery's chimney remained still. I feebly smiled into the face of the village I had grown up in. My father, who actually wasn't my father, claimed to have found me wrapped in linen and lying in a basket near a way shrine on the Mist Road. I had been abandoned, and the man who later became my father took me to the village, full of devotion and grateful for the divine gift. However, before his untimely death, only 10 years later, I never got rid of the feeling that his compassionate act was due to the fact that he found me right underneath a statue of Malthus, and not because of his wish for a child. Gilman the Tanner, as the villagers called him, was a delicate man with pock-marked skin and a narrow nose. In his own opinion, the whole world conspired against him, which was the sole reason for his misery. We never talked much, but when we did, our conversations followed a general pattern. With his sawing voice, he would call me to his fireplace room, where he sat rigidly most of the time, along with 2 empty tankards of beer. Then he would gesture to me to sit down and announce that he had to get something off his chest. The fact that only his fondling son was there to listen was further proof for how badly life had treated him. I would start right when I sat down. Tilmore the hunter had sold him rancid oils. An evil cutthroat, my father. An evil cutthroat. My father called him, but after all, that was the nature of the Eternal, he said, and in Enderal, this fact was not as well known as the Narim, or Matressa Iulja, who had served him bitter wine. A mean crone she was. He said, oh yes, but thanks to Malthus he had perceived her plan and cut her down to size. And then, of course, Rashik, the smith's twin boys. Rascals they were, both of them. No respect they had for path-abiding, hard-working people like him. But no manners were to be expected from a coal man and his breed. What do they know about decency? He said excitably. Those folks do nothing but shag until the bed breaks down. It did not matter to him that Rashik was Quarren of a third generation living in Enderal, and that he preferred a long-term union with his mate over the promiscuous family clans of his homeland. These conversations, his persistently sour breath, and the smell of raw hides, leather, and animal fat in the workshop made up a great deal of my childhood. Of friends I had only a few to none, mostly due to the fact that my father made me work hard in the tannery as soon as I reached the age of 5. If matter dilea, I don't know what that is. I am sure of this now. Had not by indecent noticed my quick wit, I would still be there today, working between animal parts, stretched hides, and slippery grease. Maybe the strange experience on that misty morning would have never happened. Yet she noticed, and that is how it came to be, that on the day of my path consecration, the aged priest proclaimed my holy path in a solemn voice. I, Yale, Tanner's son, was predestined to dedicate my life entirely to Malthus's glory as a priest. Of course, back then I did not fully comprehend what that meant, but the other children's awe-struck reactions made me realize it was a good thing. Thus I left the bleak tannery and only entered the old house on the edge of the village to sleep there. For my foster father, the child abduction was only more active treason. Looking back, I think that my amiable mater was only real caregiver in my life. She taught me to read and write, and she taught me the essentials of herbal lore. With empathy and strictness, she taught me what I needed to know to become part of the Enderalian clergy. 10 winters later, I received priesthood and began to serve in the small temple. I did what an obedient priest had to do. I held services, I prayed, I maintained the temple, and I heard the villagers' confessions. Mater Dile left the village on her 16th name day and moved to the retirement quarter in the Sun Temple in the capital, which I only knew from tales. A year later, my father passed away, an event that, to my surprise, affected me deeply. From then on, everything became lethargic routine, until that very day. The man I was then, was he a happy man? I am not able to tell. When I try to recall the first 28 years of my life, my memories seem like fading words on old parchment. My reason tells me that I was blessed, in a way. The life of a priest was pleasant and constant, without highs and lows. I had enough to eat, I had a home, and enough pennies to afford the services of a wandering whore from time to time. I knew that according to the holy verses, I would enter the eternal paths at the end of my days. My path trodden, my task fulfilled, but things turned out differently. After I had taken off my robes and warily laid down under the sheets of sheep's wool, I noticed a strange and dull feeling in my stomach. Today I know this unremarkable moment was the first time I encountered the fire. It was small, insignificant, only a weak glow, but it was there. Knowing that I would wake up as a different man, however, on this gray morning, I was too tired to pay attention to it. Exhausted, I wrapped my sheet around myself and was fast asleep a moment later. I awoke in a dream. I found myself on an idyllic forest glade, surrounded by green oak trees whose leaves moved gently in the wind. The setting sun stood at the horizon like molten blaze and shone a red light over the scenery. I savored the spicy fresh air which tasted of wet moss, morning dew, and old secrets. Mysterious, wild, and clear, like life itself. In contrast to what we all know of the nightly journeys that we call dreams, I was fully aware of the unreality of the scenery, so I natural as time is passing. I was stark naked, as on the day of my birth, but I was not ashamed. On the contrary, I felt strong, clear, and free. When I took my eyes away from the sky and looked in front of me, I saw her. She stood in an old ruin that was overgrown with ivy, and whose collapsed walls and arches told of ancient times. She wore a gray, flowing robe that only allowed a glimpse of her femininity beneath. Her hood hung deeply over her face, so only the tender and delicate parts of her cheeks and chin were visible. A sight that could have steamed from the imagination of a Quinarian painter. Her dense midnight black hair was tied into snake-like braids and fell down to her shoulders. Various things were interwoven in her hair. Old faded coins that have been minted by lost civilizations. Small, finely polished bones from animals unknown to us. And strange ribbons whose colorful threads created an artful pattern. But it was none of this which hypnotized me and drew me towards the veiled figure. In the ruin, it was her smile. With every step I took towards her, I fell deeper into its charm. It was not a lovely smile, as some might assume. It was a mixture of melancholy, rage, hope, and love. A sympathy of contradicting feelings, which I felt to be irrecognizable. It was a smile that was able to speak both great wisdom and orders that would mean the death of thousands. A smile born from truths recognized in overworldly existences. Cold sweat ran from my pores, and I felt how apprehensiveness mixed with the peaceful bliss of the moment just before. I came to a halt a few steps before her, still staring at her magical smile, like a starving man at a feast. For a moment I believed to recognize a glimpse of mirth in her features, but it faded away as fast as it had appeared. Then she spoke. "You are dying, Jael." Her voice was rough and tender at the same time. Full of contrast, she spoke without mockery, pity, or cruelty. "Why?" I heard myself respond mechanically. "I am in the best of health." My answer was as pathetic and clumsy as it must appear to the reader of these yellowed pages, but I spoke them faster than I was able to think without control. The woman nodded subtly, as if she had expected this very response. "You affirm that you are of good health." She paraphrased my words with a peculiar intonation. "But you fail to perceive the fabric of this world in all its intricacy." Slowly and regretfully, she shook her head, like a magistra in the monastery school who got a foolish answer from a novice to a very simple question. Then she took her hands out of her robe sleeves and beckoned me to follow her. Even her walk had something of another world to it. Her body did not move with her steps, but seemed to float instead. God, this is long. Silent and obedient, I followed her through the old ruin. Today, after I had gone through the vision in my thoughts many thousands of times, I know that it was an old trading post. The walls and the rusty gate left no doubt about it. But in the vision, I did not care about such banalities. To follow the figure in front of me was my sole purpose. She stopped in front of an old, overgrown tower, presumably once the heart of the ruin, and opened the cast-iron door, which swung aside in an eerie, silent manner. "Go, Jael," she said. "Go and perceive the truth." These were the last words I heard until the horrid discovery inside the ruin, for when I was about to reply, she was gone. For the first time, a feeling of uncertainty mingled with the confidence I had had at the beginning of the vision. I was still aware of the fact that my physical body was lying on a bed in a modest chamber in another world. I also knew that I could decide to wake up from this wonderful and terrible vision, yet I did not. Why? I am unable to say. Was it out of courtesy? Was it the sense of fate that covered the ruin like a thin, transcendent sleeve? I don't know. I entered. The floor felt cold under my naked feet, and the dusty air that was only lit by a pale red sunbeam made me cough as it filled my lungs. The inside was almost empty, except for spider webs, weathered furniture, and broken stones that had fallen from the crumbling walls in the center. In the center, there was a wooden construction, an extraordinarily large, upright box. Hesitantly, I walked closer. A word came to my head, but faded from my mind as fast as it had appeared. I recognized how the fire of the setting sun extinguished and was replaced by a dull blue, gentle, hazy fog. Hazy fog began to cover the scenery, and everything that had been peaceful and blessed before I entered the ruin was replaced by a sense of trepidation, creeping, cold, wasting. My hand moved along the surface of the strange box, which was slightly taller than me. The wood was decayed and gray, and an odd smell came from it, like iron. It was sweet and tempting, but at the same time repellent, Leave flashed through my head. Leave before you inflame it. I was able to determine if it was I who thought these thoughts, but of course I did not leave. Slowly, my hand moved towards a gap on the side. The side of the box. Mind. This time it did not vanish. It persevered in all its dreadfulness. The wooden construction in the center of this abandoned ruin was no box. It was a coffin. Even today, I can hardly find the right words for the terror that stared at me from the decomposing interior of the coffin. Without any doubt, the creature in front of me, of my very eyes, was myself. There it was, the brown hair thinning. Even at the age of 28, there it was, the well-trimmed, dense beard that grew down to my chest, the beard that I grew to hide my unremarkable longish face. And there it was, the crooked nose, giving my face a vulture-like appearance, making me avoid my own reflection in the mirror. But the body in the coffin was dead, clenched like in the moment of dying, penned in like cattle. His head was pressed down to his shoulders by the small dimensions of the coffin. His unnatural posture, a silent accusation. His body was pinched, his arms pressed to himself in a twisted manner. Much more gruesome, though, was the face. The skin was pale and had a greenish-gray color, like decayed tombstones. There were many deep fissures that were not bleeding, but offered a view of bare flesh and white bones. The beard was curly and wild. The maggots moved around in the tangled mesh, oozing a festering, doughy liquid that was dripping down on the stone floor. The man's cheeks were hollow, and his lacerated lips were opened in a twisted way that gave the impression of a tormented smile. His teeth were rotten and his tongue gray. But none of this was the reason for the blood-curdling, panic-fueled cry that escaped my throat. It were the eyes, or rather, it was the place where the eyes should be on a healthy, living person. But there were no eyes. Weak and pale like shrouds, the lids, devoid of any sense, hung over gaping black sockets. Contradicting any logic, they seemed to stare at me, whispering, rotting, and dead. The same festering liquid in the man's beard frickled down the brows and disappeared in the empty eye sockets. No words can describe the terror that filled me when I looked at that deformed creature. In panic, I hit the withered copy of myself, but I only loosened the body, so it fell right towards me. I felt how the repellent, festering corpse water from the beard touched my lips, while a handful of maggots landed on my shoulder. For a short moment I was petrified. I held myself in my arms, like a twin, his own deceased brother. But this was no twin. When the maggots tried to move up my neck,
I pushed the corpse away with a shrill cry, whipped away the maggots, and fled from the ruin. Meanwhile, night had fallen, and the full moon stood cold, white, and unmoving in the sky. The veil of mist which had formed inside the ruin faded as soon as I came outside and let myself drop to the ground, crying and breathing heavily. I am dead flashed through my mind again and again. Dead! I uttered a panicky scream, a pitiful effort to banish the madness from my mind. The terror remained. It was omnipresent, and I felt bitter, tears making their way through my eyes. What by the righteous path does it mean? What kind of nightmare am I trapped in? Some might ask why I did not end the vision with the well-known physical stimulus by pinching myself. Even more so because I was fully aware of the unreality of what was happening. The answer is, I was unable to do it, and I knew it. What I went through was not one of the usual nightly phantasms that occasionally haunt us in the quiet hours. Something that I later began to understand, at least a little, wanted to show me something. And I was unable to escape the truth as little as man can escape the sands of time. As I turned my gaze from the floor and started to crouch towards the stone arch and the forest weeping helplessly, I saw her again, the veiled woman. She stood above me and stared down at me, almost with sympathy. At least I assumed so, because despite the angle of my view, I wasn't able to recognize anything above her cheeks but the unnatural shadow of her hood. "What are you?" I brought forth in a weak voice. "What by the Black Guardian's name are you? A demon? An angel of death?" It sounded pathetic, like the laments of a desperate child. "You ask me what I am," she answered, again an echo of my pitiful words, "and you assume I am a black angel of your god, come upon you to punish you." But a touch of material tenderness accompanied her rough voice. "You ask the wrong question, Yale. For who I am is not of importance." I stared at her in confusion, unable to react to her enigmatic answer. I remained on the ground for a while, motionless, breathing frantically and panicky. Looking at the veiled woman, after what felt like an eternity, I asked the question that needed to be asked. And what? What is the right question? Briefly, I saw what seemed to be a sad smile caress her red lips. "You inquire from me what only you can answer," she said, and began to move towards the stone arch. "And I wish to give you some advice." She halted, looking in unreal shape in the silver of the moonlit night. "An advice on how you can avoid the death of your soul." There was a moment of silence. "End your false life and follow the fire." Then the vision broke apart. Oh my god. They put so much effort into that. The Butcher of Ark, Volume 1. Follow the Fire. So, since I finished Volume 1, I'll do a quick recap of what I got. Guy was born and abandoned. He was found under a statue of Malthus by a man he described as an abductor. He had few to no friends and listened to his father's racist tirades, as his father believed the entire world was against him. His father, at the age of 5, forced him to work in the tannery, therefore making him a butcher of sorts. However, assuming he follows the fire, which is the exact way that's going, he's probably gonna be a butcher of another sort. I'm gonna finish putting stuff away here, and then I will end off most likely. But by God, do they put a lot of effort into those books, like, holy crap, it's insane. They put so much more into that book than they needed to, and I am so happy about that. Yeah, I'll put some of the protection from shock away. Not doing any enchantment. I don't really use poisons. Yeah, this looks about right. Yeah, so, oh my. That book was long. In case you didn't pick up, I'm not very good at reading stuff. But with that, I'd like to thank you for watching as I plan to upload this to YouTube, or thank you for lurking in chat if there is anyone still here on Twitch. It is currently 1:21 a.m. I'm going to most likely attempt to do a raid, so let me real quick get my phone on charge here. My phone just cut out for a second there. Let me just fix that. I'll probably crop the YouTube video to end just about here. Come on, headphones. Come on. Come on. Once these things light up, I know that they're working. There they go. I think the game's audio might have cut out, not the PC. Either way, doesn't really matter as I'm ending off, so the game's audio cut out. So be it. Let's real quick hop on over to Twitch on my phone, which I always have open. In case it says stream lag on OBS, I want to see how bad it is. First things first, let me check Enderal. As if anyone is streaming this great game, that would be exactly who to raid. I accidentally went to endless space. Enderal. There it is. I see someone above me, actually. Okay, and from Streamlabs, also let me save real quick, of course. And from, and let me close this. Actually, wait, no, let me actually go to the main menu instead of closing it as a whole. That way you got something to look at. Okay, and from here, I'm gonna do /raid. And the guy's name is Ops. I have never watched him before. I don't know if he's a good streamer or not. He's streaming Enderal. I was streaming Enderal. Might as well give him a raid. He got a couple more viewers than me. Or one more viewer than me, actually, because Enderal, sadly, is not a very active section on Twitch. But on the bright side, it does make it a bit more tightly knit. And probably makes it a small community. Since it's now small, now the game's not new, it's a small community around it. Probably very friendly, I'd assume. So, thank you guys for watching, of course. I'll see you next time. I'm going to sleep because I'm tired. Have a nice night, guys.